Good morning, my beautiful friends. I'm recording for you this morning from my deck, and you won't be able to see if you're driving, but if you jump on YouTube, you'll be able to see. And I have the sun. It's the morning sun. It's like 6:30 in the morning. It is like streaming because I'm looking out over the water, and the sun is like streaming straight in. This beautiful golden light just pouring through every cell of my being. It just feels amazing. I'm probably frowning because it's like right in my eyes, but it'll move in a few minutes, so that's okay. And this is my favorite place in the world. To be honest, I had a dream many years ago. We used to go away and I would get up and watch the sunrise and go for a walk on the beach and just see that beautiful expanse of sunrise. And it's always been a dream of mine to live somewhere where I could wake up and watch the sunrise. I know in my last place in the suburbs, I would go for a morning walk, like around the oval, around like these paths down through nature. And I would always be out on sunrise and I would see like these glimpses of the sun kind of streaming in through gaps in the trees, and I would kind of run through go down through the garden just to go into this clear space where the cane fields would back onto our estate, and stand out there just to get glimpses of the full sun rising, because it just feels so freaking good. Like, it just feels amazing, and I absolutely love it. And it's been a dream of mine to live somewhere where I can watch the sunrise every single morning, and that dream has come true. And if you go back to earlier episodes around the 50s, early 50s, around how we manifested our dream waterfront location, which didn't show up the way I thought it would, which did not show up in the type of house that I thought it would. It's definitely been a step back in time, but my soul is so happy. It's like the universe gave me something that my soul needed that I didn't think or know that I needed. So you definitely want to go back and listen to those few episodes. There's like 3 in that series around manifesting, around your energy, and around how working out and taking care of yourselves helps you get what you want, girls. So anyway, I digress. But it is early in the morning. It's like 6:30, but this has been a goal of mine too. And the reason I tell you this is because these dreams and these goals are opening up for me, and you've got your own dreams and goals, and they can open up for you too. And one of my dreams and goals was to work when I want to work and play when I want to play and make my own choices. And so I'm podcasting for you guys at 6:30 in the morning on my back deck, where most people are usually getting up or doing their exercise or getting kids ready for school. I'm working, but we all have different, it doesn't feel like work. And that was another dream of mine. I wanted it to not feel like I'm working. I wanted to love what I do and it feel effortless. It's not always effortless, but overall, it is just such a passion of mine sharing with you guys. And so the reason I tell you that is to go, what's possible for me is possible for you. I've seen it in other people and thought, I want that for myself one day. There's still things I want for myself one day, and I know that they will come and they'll be mine in divine timing, right? And it's the same for you. You can be, do, and have anything that you want, angels. If it's a dream in your heart and soul, it's implanted in there for a reason. If it's a vision in your mind, it's in there for a reason, because it's possible for you. So don't ever lose sight of that. Don't ever lose hope on that. And always stay true to yourself. What I want to talk to you about this morning is triggers. When things trigger you, when you feel emotional or angry or frustrated, or like you've just had enough and you just want changes, or just something's just annoying you, and you're seeing things in other people that are annoying you, or you're seeing behaviors in other people that are annoying you, or making you feel less than, or making you feel insignificant, or making you feel just this agitated state, or just this state of not feeling in harmony and not feeling in balance and not feeling peaceful, and why it's coming up for you, and what you can learn from it, and how you can react and understand it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And as you know, I teach a lot from example and what's come up for me, because experience is the best teacher, right? And at the moment of recording, we've just come through a 9-9 portal, 999. And what I mean by that was the 9th of, a couple of days ago, it was the 9th of the 9th, 2025, which signifies 999. Very, very powerful, important, like energetic time in the universe for endings, for changing of cycles, for coming into completion and going into a new stage in your life or a new cycle. It could be for your whole life, it could be for certain areas of your life. And a couple of things come up for me around that time. So we're going into spring, it's the beginning of September, so we're going into a spring cycle of new beginnings. It was a full moon, it was an eclipse, like this blood moon eclipse, and it was just a lot energetically, universally going on that I started to see in myself and in people in my community and my friends and people that I love, were like these emotions were coming up in people in all sorts of ways. There was a lot of emotions stirred up. There was a lot of energies going on. There was a lot of fatigue and exhaustion and just sickness. I even got sick. I rarely get sick. And last week I got floored with like a flu, and I was cold and hot and had to like sleep for I like slept for a freaking day. I'm like, what is going on? This doesn't happen. But I just go, oh well, just roll with it. I must have needed a good rest, right? And you know what else? It actually cleansed out my digestive system. I barely ate. I just didn't even want to eat. And it just made me a lot of juices and herbal teas and stuff. And it just really gave my whole being like this rest. So I'm grateful for that. And what happened was on the weekend, I noticed that I had a fight with my husband, and it was over some stupid shit. Like it often is, right? And it was just something that come up that triggered me, and I triggered him. Like I'm no angel in this. Like it goes both ways. I can own my stuff. That's okay. And I went to bed that evening. I did a big spring clean, cleaned all of the doona, the sheets, did like this beautiful big clean. And I found myself making the bed that night. And usually he, when I've got to change the doona cover, he's so good. Like he'll come and help me. And anyway, he did it. He was in a mood. I was in a mood. And I found myself making the bed, and I like put the pillow slip on, and I've like chucked the pillow across the room. And I've noticed I've thrown his boxer shorts. And I'm like, what's going on in me? Like, I tend to clear things pretty quickly, or I tend not to hold on to things. Like, I'm human too. Like, we all have this humanist part of us, this human part of us, this humanness where we need to acknowledge how we feel. We need to ride out. We need to feel how we want to feel, and we need to feel the emotions coming up, because emotions are energy in motion, right? So it's an energy that's stirring up, and it's coming out in this form of emotion. For me, it was anger. Like I really just felt so cranky. Like I just felt like I could punch somebody. Like it sounds so bad. And I just felt so emotional and so like raging. And I'm like, why is this happening? And something else had happened during the day. A client had messaged me with something, an incident that had happened to her in the car park with another business. And they did something really, not the client, this like other business did something really mean, like it was over a parking thing. She did a nice thing, letting someone have, they had all their trade equipment spread out over our parks, ladders and stuff. And so she said, oh, instead of parking there, I'll just go into your park, save you having to pack everything up. Tradie's gone and left. She's gone, done a class, come out, and somebody else in the business, anyway, came and got their forklift and dumped a pallet of stuff behind her car so she couldn't get out, like to teach her a lesson. So I'm raging over that. Like I felt sad for my client. I felt like this is just unjust. Who does that to people? I was like ready to tear him a new a-hole. Like I was so angry. I'm like, how do you, just from a perspective of how do you do that to people? Like that's just mean. You didn't see the whole story. You didn't see what happened. All you've seen, your tradie's gone. You've just come to work and gone, oh, someone's parked in my park, I'll teach them a lesson. Then they've gone and locked up all the doors and stuff and gone inside, so she had no one to go and get help with. Anyway, another local business helped her, which is fine, but it just made me so angry. So this has happened as well. I'm like, you know, and you play those stories over in your head, like when I see him, you know, like I'm going to give him a piece of my mind in a nice way. Like I would never just go and swear and yell at somebody, like in a nice way, like, you know, and feel like I need to teach him a lesson, like in terms of that's just mean. Like, do you not have a heart? Like the human part of you, you just don't do that to people. You don't know the full side of the story. You've only seen a certain perspective and you've reacted in a really hurtful, spiteful way. Like that's just nasty. So that was like all boiling up inside me. I was angry how she was treated. I was angry over like just lots of, I think just people around this, you know, like that day I noticed myself in the car and people dodging and weaving, wanting to get ahead. So I was frustrated by just this, I guess, the collective of people always like rushing and selfish, and what's the big deal getting a car space in front of you? And how, you know, how is that going to help? You're putting other people's lives in danger. Like all of that was stirring up inside me. And I just felt like angry at so many different things, right? And anyway, so back to the story of throwing the pillows, go to bed. The next morning I get up and I'm thinking to myself, because I'm out here in my Zen zone, and I'm thinking to myself, what's triggered me in this argument with my husband? I start journaling. Not in my journal, on a separate piece of paper, because I know I'm going to get rid of it and I don't want to carry it. So I'm writing down all the things that I'm angry with, all the things that I'm frustrated with, all the things that have been coming up. Like I'm angry. I feel like I sound like a broken record to my family sometimes. I feel like, you know, I want to help. I'm frustrated because I'm seeing like in my husband, like you could be working out like a lot more like you used to. You could be listening to podcasts. You're in this little bit of a, he's good overall, but I know that he's got room for growth and improvement. So what I want, I know that my rituals will help him. So this is coming back to me and how I want to fix him, and he's not doing those things. So I'm getting frustrated. So I'm writing down all these things that I'm frustrated with. And I found myself just like crying, just pouring it all out. As I'm writing, I'm ticking over going, there's lessons in here for me. Write it all out. I get like, because I'm sitting out here, I get like a cake tin, bring it out, and I light it up. So I'm lighting it all up. I'm saging away. And then I get all the ashes from the sage and because the sage was at the end of the clump, and I chuck it all in the tin and I walk down to my jetty and I release it. I throw it out to the water and I throw out the ashes, and I'm like, I'm not carrying this anymore. I'm done feeling this way. I am done letting things like this bother me. I am done trying to fix people. And I just had this energy of when I tip the ashes out, this energy of, I'm referring to like family members or people around me, my husband. I love you. I need you. I love you. I want you, but I don't need you. In terms of, it's time for me to stand up in my own power. It's time for me to go, I can control myself, but I can't control other people around me. I can't fix other people. It's just time for me to focus on me, and not in a selfish way, in a way of, I'm done talking, I'm done, I need to listen more. If people want my advice, fuck it, they can come and ask me. Like, I'm not just going to give it freely. But if you don't appreciate it, if you don't want it, I don't want to feel like a broken record anymore. I'm not your mother. I am not here to try and fix everybody, to try and heal everybody. I am here for the people that want to listen to me, for the people that want to come to me. I am here for you. I will share, and for the people that need to hear it and want to hear it, great. For those that don't, I don't care. So I just really had this energy of, I want you, I love you, but I don't need you. Like, I'm fucking done. And not in a way I want to walk away from my marriage or walk away from my relationship, but in this way of protecting my own energy, in this way of standing up for myself and going, all right, babe, moving forward, what can you do for you? And just taking that energy back to protect myself. And so you still love your family. You still are there for people. It's not like that at all. It's not selfish. It's in a way of going, you can give so much of your precious energy away to people, And yes, your family are the precious people that you want to give it to, and you love on them, and you want to give from them, give from the heart. And I still always will. It's not about that. It's just more about like, I'm calling my power back. I'm calling my energy back. I'm calling my alignment back. I'm returning to myself. And if you want help from me, you can come to me, but I'm just not giving it away freely anymore. I am not investing time worrying sick about what everybody else is doing and seeing that they're not making their own choices for growth. That's on you, you know. So I really had this energy of I love you, I want you, but I don't need you. And I scattered the ashes of my journal, and I come back in, and I went for a walk. And we've got two dogs. Like, I've got my own dog, Kira, golden retriever. My daughter's got a dog, a border collie, beautiful little thing. She's a nightmare of a ball of energy to walk. She's like, my dog cruises with me. So I got one hand forward, like being dragged, and one hand like just beside me cruising. So often I would, you know, like Tom and I would go for a walk together, or Riley and I'd go for a walk together. And I hate walking them both by myself because I just want to enjoy my walk. I don't want to be pulled along. And anyway, I had this, I like getting up early. I'm the only one in my family that does. Everyone else prefers to sleep in. This is a weekend. Everyone was having a sleep in. And I was like, usually I would go and I would grab Tom. Let's go, you know, tell me when you're ready to go for a walk and we will go. And this morning I went, nope, might be a bit of earmuffs through this episode, you guys. But I'm like, no, fuck this, I'm going. And so I'm capable. I'll just grab both the dogs. It's fine. I can handle it. Got both the dogs, went for my walk. Come back, and I need a workout. Like, I just need to get some of this energy out of my body, and movement is a good way of pouring that energy through your body. I didn't feel like yoga. I didn't feel like Pilates. Like, I felt like a good, high, intense workout. I've gone down, I've done a weight session. And as I'm like smashing up my weight session with this higher energy music, I notice my husband walked down in his activewear. And he goes for a run. I've been telling him for ages, get back to your health and fitness. I'm like, I'm done, remember? I'm done telling you. I'm not your mum, sort yourself out. And I'm like, interesting, right? Like, I didn't need to actually say anything. I energetically felt it. I energetically cut that bit of a cord, cut that tie. I went, I'm responsible for me, you're responsible for you. And then all of a sudden he comes down, he grabs Harlow, the border collie who's full of energy, and goes for this big run. I'm like, this is great. Like, this is so good, because you needed to get this self-care back for yourself because you work so much. And so this is great. I haven't even told him to do it, and he's just felt it and he's gone himself. So this is the power, girls, in journaling. This is the power in getting your energy back. This is the power. And sometimes we don't need to say things. We can feel them, we can work through them, we can process them, but you don't need to go and say things to everybody, fix everybody, tell everybody you're a piece of advice. Just feel it, energetically do what you have to do, and people feel that. It's like by you taking your power back and cutting that bit of a cord for people to rely on you, you give your power back to them too, okay? So this is mutually beneficial for both of you. So I've just noticed, yep, that's great. He's gone for a run. This is amazing. We didn't need to like resolve our conflict. Like I energetically resolved it. And then, you know, like we had a beautiful morning together, talking, everything's like fine. So then I pull a card as well. This card in my Divine Feminine Oracle deck, this was interesting, right? This card was all around the mother of believers. I am spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. So this card says, I'll read you a little bit because I think there's a lot of value in this, girls. It said, this card represents the power and importance of knowing we can provide for ourselves. This power gives us roots and confidence and allows us to create relationships from a place of interdependence, meaning we're working together, rather than codependence. We can cultivate the capacity we have to create more and more freedom for ourselves, and we can make choices for our life based on truth, not just survival. There's a false idea about when true love finds us and how. Khadija, this card, liberates us from fairy tales that we need to be saved or supported or provided for by our life partner. and her older age signifies the status in the community that made her more attractive and not less, because she was a middle-aged businesswoman, single mum. She was ripe with resources and ripened with opportunities to love. Living into our true power and purpose does not make us less eligible. She reminds us that there are no linear timelines that eliminate us from having the sun descend on our courtyard. She lets us remember that we are worthy of the abundance measured in gold and the abundance measured in the depth of our love. And the intention behind this card: I'm spiritually and financially abundant. I provide heaven and earth for myself. And another thing that come up, so I started looking at, why am I triggered? Like, what is in this whole situation that I just shared with you, what is this bringing up in me? What is this teaching me? What do I need to learn about myself? Because it's easy to get into arguments with people and blame other people and put all the emphasis back on them. They've done this wrong. They've done this unjust by me. How dare they? And we put this blame back on other people. I started to, like, girls, the most powerful thing you can do is accept responsibility for yourself and go, okay, ask the question, why is this triggering me? So write this down. Why is this triggering me? What is this bringing up in me? You can write it down, or you can think of, what is this stirring up in me to be healed, for me to get closure, for me to be able to move forward. So I started looking at this situation and thinking, okay, what's this bringing up in me? It's bringing up in me this need to fix people, this need to help people, this need to maybe have the final say. Like, remember, I'm human, you're human. Like, this is bringing up all the human emotion, is teaching us something, okay? So we all have this. We're not going to live perfect, peaceful lives all the time. We're going to have human experience, because we are in this body to have. There was something else actually that this card said that I wanted to read out, one more line. And it says here that this is really, really important. And the body is your soul's chance to be here, okay? Your body is your soul's chance to be here. So yes, we're a soul component, but our body allows us to have this human experience. And in this human experience, we have emotions, we have frustrations, we have limitations, we have limiting beliefs, we have blocks, we have things that we're going to go through in this human part of us. Even if you're on a spiritual journey, you're not going to live in this perfect spiritual realm all the time where things don't affect you. Things are going to affect you, but you need to, from that spiritual perspective, is asking the question, how is this helping me? What am I learning from this? How can I move forward from this? What needs to be healed for me in this situation? So I started looking at all those things, going, okay, there's this need to fix people. There's this need to, it's not from wanting to fix them. It just comes from this pure desire. And I know a lot of mums feel this. You want to help those closest to you. You want to give to them. You want to protect them. You want to wrap them up in cotton wool. You want to save them. You want to swoop in and save them from pain and save them from heartache. Whereas sometimes you, me, your children, your family, people around you, we all need to learn our own life lessons that come up for a reason. And sometimes the best thing that we can do is step back and let people, including ourselves, make mistakes. Let people feel into what they need to feel, and then be there for them when they want to come and talk. And what I've had to learn is to go, do you want me to give you advice, or do you want me to just sit and listen? Because I want to give advice. I want to help and fix. I'm this walking personal spiritual development of years and years and years of training and coaching, that I want to help fix those closest to me, but they don't want to hear it, right? So it was like a real hard lesson for me to learn and go, okay, this has come up. I really need to learn that. A few other things that come up for me was this need to, I guess sometimes this need to be right, or this need to have the last say, or this need to, all these birds are going off, this need to talk all the time. And I have to learn to listen a lot more. There was a lot of lessons that come up for me in that situation. And I felt like it come up because it needed closure. It needed healing. Remember I said we were in this 999 portal. Nines represent endings, new cycles, new beginnings. Oh, I saw a snake on my walk as well, which is a representation of ending, shedding skin, shedding layers, getting rid of the old, going into the new. So that come up at the same time as well. Like, there's no coincidences. I've been seeing 9s everywhere, 1s everywhere, 8s everywhere, so many numbers, like this real powerful container of energy that we were sitting in, this portal of energy that we were sitting in, heightened by the full moon, because full moons, you notice it in yourself or your dogs or people around you, that it brings up, it stirs, like this stirring of change, this stirring of emotion, this stirring of irritability. Why? To come up for change. Eclipses, we're going into this eclipse portal, is like this big whirlwind of stirring up and bringing in changes and asking the question, what do we need to heal? What do we need to learn? So ask yourself, when you're triggered by something, why is this coming up for you, you know? And how can I learn from it moving forward? How can I close that? And the lessons might come up on replay, on repeat. They might come up again and again, because some of the things that I'm sharing with you have come up in the past for me, right? And I haven't got the lesson. I am still learning, as are you. Sometimes we can grab things, we can learn from it, and we can go, okay, I'm done with that. Thank you very much. Put it in the past, moving forward. Other times things come up a few more times because there's deeper layers to heal, or there's more lessons that we need to learn, or we haven't got it yet, right? So if things are coming up for you, ask yourself why. And that is the biggest spiritual advice I can give you, is have the courage, have the vulnerability, have the humility to look at yourself. And if people around you are triggering you, why? Why is this coming up for me? Because people are a reflection of you as you are of them. They're like this mirror that is, so when you look at someone, you go, there's something I need to learn from that person or that situation. It could be a lesson, or it could be also that lesson of, there's something in them that I aspire to be like, or I am in awe of. That if you see that in them, you've got it in you too. So it can go both flips of the coin, right? Both sides of the coin, where you can see things in people that are opportunities, that are resources that are available to you. You see their power, their potential, their worth, what they have. It's because you've got it within you as well. Or you can see things in people that are lessons, that are reflections, that are mirrored back to you, to go, what you're frustrated in them about, you might do to other people, or you might do to yourself, that you need to learn that lesson. And when I was journaling and when I was thinking about everything, and when I got that card around codependence rather than interdependence, it really reminded me that it's time for me, not only for my husband to step up in his power and his potential, in what he needs to do for himself personally, because I know I've ticked a lot of those boxes myself with self-care, with all the rituals and all the stuff, right, that I teach you. He needs to learn that. And I feel like I've ticked that box. Flip the coin, flip the table. There's things in him that I look up to, that I need to learn, that I haven't got the lesson yet, or I haven't got the growth yet, or I'm not there yet. And I started to think about that codependence and that interdependence, and think, we've been together since we were 16, right? We've built everything together. We've had this beautiful relationship where I realize it's time for me to stand up as a businesswoman. It's time for me to stand up as a leader. It's time for me to stand up in making my own money, in terms of I can be successful, but I've always held myself back in this bit of a fear of, I'm not as smart as him, or he brings in more money than me. And I have this kind of doubt in myself which comes from this feeling of, I'm not good enough. So what came up for me was, babe, it's time to get your shit together. It's time for you to really step into your power and not rely on him financially, on not relying on that comfort or that safety net. It's time for you to stand up in your power and go, it's okay for you to step away from your mum roles. Your house is not going to suffer because you go out to work a lot more, or I've got these big dreams and these big goals and these big ambitions, but sometimes you can hold them back out of this fear of how is too much work going to affect my family. And so a lot of that was coming up for me, that I was journaling going, okay, I need to, and that's why that card was really important for me, was saying like, I'm spiritually and financially abundant and I provide heaven and earth for myself. So you might listen to this and go, what can I provide for myself that I'm holding myself back on? You might flip it. You might be feeling the other way, where you've been by yourself for a long time and you might be feeling like you've got that independence and you've got that, you provide for yourself and you want to share the load with people. There are a lot of women that go, and it's okay, where you might be triggered by, you might see other people who have this ideal relationship and go, good on her, like she's got this great relationship, whereas part of you is that little bit jealous, or that little bit, I want that. And it can come up in the way of jealousy or frustration or triggering you. And it's coming up because you're ready. It's coming up because it's okay to want those things. And you might need to get out of your own way and open up that heart space center to go, I'm opening up, I'm clearing away those blocks of having to be so independent, that I open myself up to love, I open myself up to partnership, I open myself up to working together as a team. So whatever this is stirring up in you, ask yourself why. Why are you getting triggered by people? Why are you getting triggered by situations? Like even with me in the car, like I was driving and this was all around like a 24-hour period of just constant triggers. And I saw these two cars dodging and weaving in the traffic. And then I had somebody sit up my bum, and there was nowhere I could go in front of me because there was a lot of traffic, and you can feel them go around you and they want to speed up just to get one car distance in front. And I was getting triggered by that. And I was like, why don't people have patience? Why don't people? And I found this need, like it sounds really bad, this need to like, fuck you, like, buddy, I am speeding up so that you can't get past me to teach you a lesson, like a lesson in patience or a lesson in, like be considerate of other people. Everyone has somewhere to be. Everybody has somewhere to go. Like one car space is not going to make a difference. And then I had to sit with that and go, why is this triggering me? Like, I don't need to teach that person a lesson. The universe can teach them a lesson. Those people that are dodging and weaving, and like, it was scary, they will get their own lesson. They will get their own karma. You don't need to. Why is this bothering you? And it come from this place of just wanting more peace, and it come from this place of just so much frustration of seeing the busyness in the world, seeing the stress in the world, the heightened energy in the world, the rushing in the world, going, I just want to help people find more peace. I want to help people find more compassion. I want to help people find more consideration for other people, that I had to step back and go, you can't control those around you. You can't control the universe. You can't control what's happening energetically. But what you can control? You can control your own container of peace. You can control your own emotions. You can control how you react. Again, you don't need to fix people. You don't need to help people. You don't need to go in and save the world. But by you teaching just one person, or by you stepping in your power and sharing your truth through your podcast, through your studio, or however I show up, people might come in and they might be that heightened person in the car. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You don't know what goes on in people's cars. You don't know what goes on in people's world. They could be speeding because they have an emergency to get to. You don't know that, right? But if I can provide this safe container of a studio, of meditation, of services that people can come to when they are ready, that is amazing. So all of these triggers were coming up from wanting more peace, wanting more compassion, wanting more love in the world. So I had to sit with that and go, babe, like you can't control things around you. You can only control how you react. You can only control what you are responsible for and what you can do to help people in your bubble. That's all you can do. And if you impact one life, that's amazing. So I had to really sit with all of this and go, this is all coming up for me to heal, for me to learn, for me to grow. And I started thinking around Wayne Dyer. I love Wayne Dyer. He teaches so much on compassion, on forgiveness, on love. And he is a really powerful teacher. If you haven't heard of Wayne Dyer, Google him, read his books, listen. He's passed away now. Listen to his podcast or his YouTube. Just Google him on YouTube. He didn't podcast so much. And you can get free audio books that you can listen to. He is an amazing teacher. And it highlighted for me a lot of patience. I have to be more patient. And I just have to go, oh, well, you will find your own karma. You will find your own lessons. It's not up to me. And I have to take a step back. So a lot of lessons come up, and they come up all around this time of the full moon, of the eclipse, of the 9/9 portal. And why did they come up? Why were they so amplified? Because the universal energy of that container amplified a lot of that emotion. They come up for me to heal, for me to work through them. So awareness is the first step. Having awareness of how you feel, having awareness of why people or situations or things are coming up to trigger you. Then journal on it, reflect on it, ask the question why, and then go, okay, how can I learn from this moving forward? What can I do in my own bubble to heal this, to seek support, or to just recognize the lessons and go, I'm going to react differently next time. Or when this heightened energy comes up, feel it, feel the emotion. You need to feel the emotion. Then I'm going to shift it. Then I'm going to move through it. And that could be through journaling. It could be through grounding. It could be through movement. It could be through dance. Sometimes it could be you just need to scream and get it out. You might need to put your head in a pillow and scream. Like you might need to do a heightened boxing class or something that is really going to help shift that emotion through your body. Could be yoga, could be meditation, could just be go and lie out in the sun or find somewhere peaceful, get away from people and go and have a mindful cuppa, whatever you need to do. Move through it, recognize it, allow yourself to feel it, and then shift it, then pivot it, and then move through it in whatever way that comes up for you. And I picked up a card this morning, and this card was really powerful. And there's something I wanted to share with you in here, okay? This card said, now I have to find this section. This is one of those cards. Pay attention, that have a lot of information, right? Pay attention to signs and sense your energetic responses in order to discern the vibrational frequency of varied choices available to you. What would most likely nourish and strengthen your soul? What elevates you and opens you up to a beautiful unfolding of your unique life path? This oracle speaks of the gift of precious human life and your spiritual birthright and responsibility to choose how to live. Take care not to pigeonhole your soul. And it was a really beautiful card around being okay and understanding the expression that comes through you, the emotion that comes through you, but then that you have the power. This oracle refers to signs from the universe that you are entering your world, about where to direct your energies, what to nourish and where to settle and plant your roots, and all around lifestyle decisions. So how can you react? You have choices on how you live. You have choices on how you react. You have choices on how you show up and what helps you heal, what helps you grow. Have awareness in why these triggers are coming up for you, but then understanding that they're coming up for you to be healed. They're coming up, they're not happening to you. They are coming up for you to like close one door behind you, out with the old, for you to open new doors, for you to move forward. So I know for me to go into that next level version of me, I know for me to step into more of a spiritual place to live, I have to look at the world, look at people around me through more of the eyes of God, the eyes of love, the eyes of compassion, the eyes of understanding, and understand that we're a reflection. People are a reflection. Situations are a reflection. They're mirror opportunities. They're opportunities for you to learn and grow and for you to heal from them and put the past behind you and move forward. But what do a lot of people do? A lot of people blame. A lot of people stay stuck. A lot of people are like, This is, you know, this is their fault. This is not my fault. The moment you accept responsibility, the moment you make a decision and choose to look at your stuff, to look at why this is coming up for you, how you can learn from it, you get your power back, babe. Like, you step into your power. You have an opportunity to heal, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow, and an opportunity, like that snake, to shed this old layer, to shed this old skin, for you to step into this beautiful, new, powerful version of you, for you to step into this version of you that go, how would I react in situations? What do I want for my life? And sometimes these things show you the contrast. These triggers show you what you don't want, how you don't want to feel anymore. So you know what you do want. Accept and be grateful for the contrast, because they are helping you know what you do want. They're helping you close the door, put a path behind you to step into this new path, to step into a new opportunity. And for me, I found in all of this situation that come up to go, this is my time to grow. Like, this is, the universe is saying, babe, you don't need to be codependent anymore on anybody else. This is time for you to step into your potential. This is time for you to level up. This is time for you to get your power back from taking it away from other people draining your energy, taking it back for you, but also giving your power back to them. You're both leveling up by this situation. And so that's what I want for you. I want you to look at triggers. I want you to look at emotions. I want you to have the emotional intelligence to go, it's okay for me to feel this way. It's okay for me to feel angry. It's okay to have a good cry, because crying is releasing. Anger is a way of moving that emotion through you. It's okay to feel these things. Feel it, express it, do what you need to, but then go, okay, it's time for me to get my power back. What have I learned? What can I do moving forward? How can I level up, and how can I grow, and how can I expand and take my power back? So look at triggers through this new lens of opportunity, this new lens of growth, this new lens of, this is an experience and I'm grateful for that experience. And give yourself the healing, however you need to, the self-care, the love. Give yourself whatever healing you need, give yourself whatever space you need. And sometimes that is just going away from other people, taking that little bit of time for yourself to reflect, to heal, to grow, knowing that you are going to step through this more empowered. You're going to step through this with a greater potential, with more passion. And it's just going to clear this space. It's going to let go of what's been. It's going to, like, energetically clear, like this. It's almost like it takes away this dross, this heaviness, this stuff that has consumed you. When you work through it, you let it go. It opens up a beautiful space for new opportunities, for new abundance, for new love, for new growth to come into your life, to cross your path, for you to level up, angel. And that is what I want for you. So shift your perspective, look through the lens of what can I learn, and do that always. This is going to happen through the rest of your life. You're not going to get just triggered once and then that's going to be it. You're going to live in this beautiful, perfect bubble of nothing's going to affect me anymore. But guess what? Things affect you less and less and less when you know how to handle them. You know how to look at them, and you find more peace in your heart. You find more softness in your heart. You find more love in your heart. You find more joy in your heart, because you're not taking on everybody's stuff. You're not letting yourself be filled with your own stuff. You're learning to process it and move through it. And it is going to open you up for so much more peace and joy and abundance and love and gratitude in your heart. And that is what I want for you, angels. So I hope this lesson, it's been a bit raw. I'm not backing up my husband. Like, I love him to bits. We both have things we need to learn. I do, he does, as do you, as do the people around you. We're not perfect. We're here to have a life experience. Remember, this is our body, is our soul's opportunity to be here, to live, to feel, to experience all that life has to offer. And sometimes it's like the good, the bad, and the ugly. But when you look through the lens of, there is so much more beauty in the world, there is so much more love in the world, there is so much more abundance in the world, there is so much more gifts in the world for me, you will open yourself up and you will receive all of that. So it's time for you to open yourself up to receive a little bit more of what you're worth, angels. You are born worthy. So much love for you. And I hope you got a lot out of that. And I will see you in the next episode. Have a beautiful day, my friends. Bye.